Hi YouTube family. Uh, Thanks for tuning in to a new day 365, my channel on addiction, relapse, and recovery. My name is Jim, and I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing good. It's April 2nd, 28 days sober today. And this morning I just wanted to share with you a little handout I got called Breaking Free of the Co-dependency Trap, the Stages of Recovery. Now, this is a little handout put together by a man I know. His name is Carey, and it's adapted from his work on relapse prevention, a book called Inner Work by Robert A. Johnson, and then also adapted from Eckhart, Tolle, The Power of Now, right? So it's those three pieces kind of put together into this one handout. And if you don't mind, I'm going to share that with you now. So, breaking free of the codependency trap, the stages of recovery. We recognize 3 stages of recovery. In the first one, an individual focuses on breaking free of addictions to substances, alcohol, food, or drugs, or sex, or anything else. In this approach, you can be a dry drunk, that is, sober or free from your addiction while still ignoring your underlying childhood traumas and dysfunctional relational patterns. Your dysfunctional relationships may continue, but you may replace one addiction with another, such as work, shopping, or exercise. This stage requires participation in Alcoholics Anonymous or another similar support group network to treat the substance addiction. The second stage of recovery involves rebuilding your life and relationships. If your substance abuse damaged your relationships, this stage is extremely important. During this time, you learn more about the traumas of your childhood and replace dysfunctional attitudes and behaviors with more functional ways of living and thinking. While your goal at this stage is to heal your wounds, you must still recognize that addiction to substances must end before you can heal. This is about the third stage of recovery. In it, we identify addictions as a result of trauma during the codependent stage of development. Our approach focuses on helping people to complete the essential development processes left over from childhood and reach full recovery. We use a systemic approach and avoid labeling the person with codependency issues as sick. Our approach is a hopeful one, and it offers the possibility of reaching your full potential as a human being. Hope is a feeling that we can connect to our intuition and develop it into the present moment and operate in the now. In our model, codependency is not an identity, it is a behavior. It does not matter who you are, and there is no shame associated with it. Codependent behavior is simply leftover stuff from your childhood. If you know that you lacked nurturing and unconditional care as a child, and you can find people who can give it to you, then your codependency can be changed. This approach differs radically from the disease-oriented model that has been sold to the American and Canadian public. Our development model looks at the scientific research about human development and concludes that human beings are wonderfully self-correcting creatures. When people are given accurate information and effective tools, they can heal their developmental traumas and complete the process of secure bonding that they failed to complete on schedule in childhood. In doing so, they can free themselves of codependent behaviors. Disease-focused treatments, which do not take a systematic view of codependency and offer little or no help of full recovery, are typically used by practitioners entrenched in the medically influenced model of mental health. Rather than searching for the traumatic roots of addiction in a family system, these folks frequently zero in on the most obvious symptoms and attempt to modulate them with drugs and cognitive or behavioral therapy tools. When therapists using the medical model continue to focus on finding a cure for addiction, as if it were an illness, there can be no progress of healing. The medical model of mental health is particularly unhelpful for pervasive problems such as codependency. It's time to look at codependency in a broader context, one that doesn't judge individuals, but recognizes codependency as a fixable developmental behavior that is part of the human race's evolution. We as a species are richly endowed and capable of living up to our fullest potential. By breaking our individual codependent patterns and by initiating social change that supports our individual work, we become part of the greatest personal and social transformation in all of recorded history, Acceptance of ourselves in the present moment of each day is a radical departure from living each day in the past or the future. To live in the now is pure enlightenment. More and more individuals in recovery are learning to live this way. And then it has just has a little recognizing the codependent and healthy messages. So there's two columns here, and one's called codependent messages, and the other one is healthy messages. So the codependent, I realize that's kind of making restrictions on oneself or on other people, while the healthy messages is giving permission to yourself and to others. So because codependency permeates our culture, recognizing how our communication and language structures reinforce it can be difficult. The following two lists show how one set of messages encourages codependency and the other encourages healthy, independent, and interdependent behavior. So I'll start by reading the codependent message, and then I'll follow that with the corrective, healthy message. So, you're stubborn. You can ask for what you need. You should be perfect. You can make mistakes. Hurry up. You can take your time. Over-adapt to others. You can think about what you want. Try hard. You can do it. You must be strong. You can feel and have needs. You're special. You can be yourself. Work hard. You can play and have fun. You're confused. You can think and feel at the same time. You're stupid. You can think and be effective. Don't be so selfish. You can be spontaneous. You're dull. You can be creative. You're sick or crazy. You can be still and stay well. Always be right. You can admit that you're wrong. You must distrust others. You can trust others. Be careful. You can relax and let go. You have to be dependent to be loved. You can be independent and be loved. All right. So I hope I read that in a way that makes sense to you, that flowed. So I already explained what I was doing, how I was reading it. I'm not going to do that again. Anyways, I hope somebody got something from this. I hope it's helpful to somebody. I love you all. Have a great day. Happy Easter. And I might talk to you tomorrow. Bye.